Hello, how are you doing? Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Welcome back to another video. And just a reminder, if you have not joined the family and you would want to join the family, hit that subscribe button. Now, on to today's stories. For a very long time, the British media has been known to twist narratives about Harry and Meghan. And a great example is when the First Lady of Nigeria was speaking to the young women of Nigeria, and she happened to mention Meghan Markle in her speech.
The message here is we have to salvage our children. You know, we see the way they dress, they keep forgetting that Nigeria, we are beautiful. The moment you can see what they showcase on the stage, I said we are fashionable, we see what is going on. You know, we are not having a Met Gala, and everyone, their nakedness is just everywhere. And the men are well clothed. So we have to do something. Tell them the way it is. We don't accept nakedness in our culture. That is not beautiful. It's not beautiful at all. And they're all beautiful girls. But they should be confident to know who they are. They don't want to be like, even they are mimicking and trying to emulate film stars from America. They don't know where they come from. Why did Meghan come here looking for Africa? That is something we have to take home with. We know who we are, and don't lose who you are.
For one, we have to admit the fact that wasn't very wise of her, because by just mentioning Meghan in her speech, she gave the British media a chance to twist the narrative. And we saw them doing that. We saw the British media claiming that the First Lady of Nigeria didn't welcome Meghan into Nigeria, that the First Lady of Nigeria disapproved of Meghan. You know all those stories that were trending. But thank God for people like the First Lady of Nigeria, because she has come forward, slammed the British media, and cleared the air. But before we get to that, let's revisit a story about the Archwell Foundation. Right after Harry and Meghan had this successful visit to Nigeria and everything was just perfect, the British media was trying to find a way to make the trip seem like a bad thing, but they couldn't find anything because that trip was simply perfect. Then news came out that the Archwell Foundation had not paid some fees, and oh my God, the British media took that story and ran with it. They tried to make Harry and Meghan seem like people of questionable character. They tried to paint Archwell Foundation in such a negative light, forgetting that there are people whose lives have been impacted by Archwell Foundation, but the British media didn't care. All they wanted was to tarnish the reputation of Archwell Foundation, and they were so determined to do this. They were so determined to push this negative narrative. But then the governor of California was just like, enough is enough.
Unbelievable amount of attention that has been placed on the Archwell Foundation. I'm here at a behavioral health site, a mental health site. Archwell Foundation, run by Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, do extraordinary work, particularly women and girls, but notably around mental health. And I just want folks to know, not only are they in compliance, it was a technical paperwork issue that was wildly hyped. And with respect, I hope people that ran those headlines run this headline, that it was a very typical technical issue around paperwork that persists for so many others as well, and they're in full compliance, and they're a celebrated organization that does great work in the state of California. So I wanted to clarify that because that's important, and I just thought there was a little bit of a piling on that was deeply unfair.
I don't know what you have had, but I have had a governor for that matter, standing up for Harry and Meghan. He simply saw that the British media was taking advantage of this little mess, and he even said that this happens to so many companies. Archwell Foundation is not the first company that this has happened to. It was just an issue of administration. But the British media had taken the story and ran away with it. And I loved how he also called them out and said, I hope you take whatever I have said and make it trend. I hope you make a headline out of my words, the same way you made a headline out of a small administrative error. Now, back to the First Lady of Nigeria. After the British media saying that she had disapproved of Meghan, that she didn't like Meghan visiting Nigeria, here is what she responded. Tinubu's comments were aimed at young Nigerian women in her televised speech. The First Lady's office told AFP Fact Check she had not criticized Meghan's dressing. The TV station that filmed the speech and whose footage was shown in the YouTuber spot also denied that Tinubu had reprimanded Merkel. The First Lady did not comment on the Duchess' attire. Tinubu's office also said her comments had been taken out of context. She meant Meghan appreciates the people we are and hence her coming here, the office said in an email to AFP Fact Check. At no point did she say anything about Meghan's dressing. The footage shows Tinubu commenting that Meghan came looking for her roots, the broadcaster told AFP Fact Check. Absolutely, and I agree, and I believe when we did a video on the same, we said the same thing, that the First Lady was applauding Meghan Markle for coming back to Nigeria to find her roots, to understand more about her ancestry. I just like how people are tired of the British media and its constant misinformation, disinformation, and twisting of narratives when it comes to Harry and Meghan. It started with the governor of California, and now it's the First Lady of Nigeria, and these people have done something that the royal family never had the audacity of doing for Harry and Meghan. They have stood up for them, and no one put it better than Dr. Shola a few years ago.
And then you are lording over the Queen. Listen, by all means, let's applaud the Queen when she does something right. But when she does something wrong, we need to call her out.
What does she do wrong? What does she do wrong?
What kind of grandmother? Let me finish. What kind of grandmother will be so close to her grandson Harry, but then not use her power and influence as queen to protect them from the racist media coverage?
And I agree with Dr. Shola. And it's not just about the Queen, it's about everyone in the royal family. It's about King Charles, it's about Prince William and Kate Middleton. These are people who had the power to shut down the British media. They had the power to tell them, you know what, you have to stop spreading these negative narratives about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. But the royal family decided not to do that, because the more the British media painted Harry and Meghan in a negative light, the more Prince William and Kate Middleton became more popular. And all they care about is popularity. They do not care about who is being affected. But at the end of the day, when the royal family refused to fight for Harry and Meghan, we have seen so many people rise to fight for these two individuals. Governor of California, to the First Lady of Nigeria, to people like Dr. Shola, to the Sussex Squad, Harry and Meghan have people fighting for them. And that's all that matters at the end of the day, because we know who Harry and Meghan are. We know they are not what the British media has been painting them to be. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you leave a comment. I really want to hear what you have to say about the governor of California's comment regarding Harry and Meghan, about the First Lady of Nigeria finally coming out and defending Meghan Markle, and about Dr. Shola, as usual, defending Meghan Markle.